And I'm back. Don't know how many people are still with me. Don't know if this video is interesting or not. But look, there's some acorns right on the trees. Could pick those right off. Save them for later. Getting a little nervous over here because it's hard to see the ground. Oh, there goes a giant grasshopper. Edible, by the way, if you are desperate. I'm going to go a little further into the island where I can actually see the ground. Another big dead birch tree. Amazing fire starter. The ground is weak over here. And that's because this part of the island, when the water level rises, does end up underwater. It's probably obvious from the video. So I'm going to climb back up here where the water doesn't very often go. The ground is more stable. More of those berries. This is part of the island that oftentimes floods. And there are lots of water type plants. Cattails, water lilies, etc. I've also seen it's either wild garlic or wild onion. It's one of those things that I would not eat without knowing, because there are also poison varieties of those. But they are down there. Another huge tree. There's another old can. Ugh. Looks like 2004. That can's been here for 10 years. I don't know if somebody actually put it on this island or if it floated up during a storm. Interesting looking mushroom right there. And now that is what chakra looks like. That's, I'm pretty positive, is chakra right there. And look at all the bugs in there. But yeah, that's a chakra mushroom. And that I've seen go for quite a bit of money online. Which makes me tempted to bring it home, but that's an old piece. I don't know if it'd be any good. And I'm not an expert, so it's probably not a good idea for me to go around selling wild mushrooms. Not a whole lot of wild edibles on the interior of the island. It's mostly around the edges. But there are lots of acorns. I also noticed a couple apples on the shore of the island. I don't know if the apple trees are somewhere on this island and I just haven't noticed them, or if those are washing up from shore. That's another thing. If I were to bug out on this island, there'd be nothing to stop me to go to the other shores where there are even more raspberries, blackberries, apple trees, everything else. Those gunshots and or fireworks And there's more raspberry bushes. No fruit on them at the moment. This time of year, most of the berries have gone to the animals. There's some more blueberry bushes. Blueberry bushes everywhere. This part of the island seems to have a lot more blueberries than the other part. And this is where the lagoon kind of starts. Oh, look at that, blue heron. There it goes. Looks like it stopped at the other side of the island. Maybe it'll be there when I get back, but I'll probably scare it away. There was also some skunk cabbage over here in the spring. I don't know if that's edible, but I do know they used to use it as medicine back in the day, so I assume it might be edible. And somebody told me they used to grow it in their garden, but I don't know if they grew that for food or whatever. That was cool. That was the first blue heron that I've seen on this part of the river. Oh, there goes another frog. I'm realizing that I completely walked by the area where the cattails were and a few other plants. Those are kind of off in that direction where it's more marshy. Maybe I'll show you that in the video. It's easier to show you that from my kayak than it is from land. So that'll be for another day. Alright, now I'm back to where I started. I didn't stop over. There's a whole nother section of the island right there, which I haven't shown you. And that's mainly because it would have been a pain in the ass to get over there. But there are all sorts of berries, and look at that tree covered in mushrooms. Probably not edible, but all sorts of water plants that are edible. But I hope you enjoyed this tour.